I'm rotating mid. You guys are getting collapsed on.
All right, wait back. Oh God, no, Scruffy.
I got speed cell. Hold on.
Yeah, I got.
Hold on. Let's see what I can do here.
All right,
Let me try and flex.
See what you can do. Do it.
Let's go. 1, 2.
Let's go. Get 3. Get 3.
3.
Get 4.
4. Yo, let me get this 5. Yo, please. Please help me. Stun him.
Oh, he's stunned.
Nice shielding.
Yeah!
Let's go!
Come in and give you a
Fucking Pog Champ! Let's fucking go! That's what I'm talking about. Best team NA. Best bait. Let's get it. Dude, that stun actually, that stun and shield is the play of the game right there. No lie. Rigel, I'm so fucking proud of you, dude. Hello, all you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik coming at you fast with some more Genesis gameplay. And today, we are going to be talking about the pros and cons to this game. Now, as you could probably tell by that intro clip, I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun playing this game. But there are a lot of things to discuss about it, and that's why I'm making this video here today with you guys, for you guys. So, first of all, let's just talk about the fact that the game is really fun. Even with the first day server issues and questionable mechanics that I will discuss later on in this video, I think this game has plenty of potential for growth if Rampage Games, the developer, listens closely to community feedback and executes from a competitive standpoint, from a competitive perspective, because everybody knows that the money is where the esports is at, right? So if you balance the game accordingly around that, it's going to draw more people to it. People are going to watch it. People are going to want to play like the best players in the world, etc., etc., etc. That is a good formula for long-term success, especially in a competitive game such as a MOBA. Now, this game has a lot of inspiration from Vainglory and Arena of Valor and other mobile MOBAs like that. It also has a lot of inspiration from Dota 2. Specifically stuff like the jungle and how the jungle works, which is totally fine. And it feels unique because of that. It's not a League clone, and it's not exactly a Dota 2 clone, and it doesn't really feel like any other MOBA that I've played or seen on the market. And honestly, that's a really, really good thing. And if they can pull it off and make it unique in its own way, then that's great, and I hope it works. But also, it might be a little too unique, and some of the mechanics do need tweaking. But first, let's start off with the pros. First one is that the game is just straight up beautiful. Alright, even though it's from a top-down perspective, the character models are amazing, the animations are very, very polished, and the UI is very sleek. It's just a very pretty game to look at. Even if you're just chilling in the main menu and cycling through the heroes, it's just really nice looking, and the skins look really, really cool too. Another pro is that many of the heroes are viable, as it stands right now. A lot of them are also really, really OP and broken, which is how I thought they were going to be. Same thing happened in Paragon in the Legacy days, when you had like Rampage, who could just get 1,000 health on demand, and you had all the carries dealing 1,500, 1,800 damage per crit. And a lot of the heroes are very, very strong in this game as well, but of course with time comes balance, and that's just how all MOBAs work. But a lot of them also are pretty unique in this roster. I'm not going to talk about other games because they did take a lot of aspects from kits from other games like League and Dota and put them into this game, but you can only be so original with MOBAs. However, the character roster that's in this game alone is unique enough and diverse enough that there are very many different playstyles even within the same role. For example, you're going to be playing Zeus way, way, way different than you're going to be playing Amber, and so forth and so on. Now, the third pro that I want to talk about is that there is a want to grind. Even though there's no rank mode yet, which will come out, they said, next week. That's their goal, at least as it stands right now. There's plenty to grind for. Okay, you have your daily sign-in rewards where you log in and you get something for your daily login, at least in the beginning. I don't know if they're going to keep doing that. There's also the feast system, which basically is just a set of challenges. And when you complete these challenges, you're on a leaderboard, on a ranking leaderboard, and you can kind of compete with your friends and the rest of the people who play this game to see who is higher up on those leaderboards. And it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun to go for those different challenges and try to play with different characters to complete all those challenges. And there's also a PvE mode too, which I actually haven't tried yet, but also rewards you with those challenge points, those feat points, and puts you on that rank leaderboard. And it's it's just fun. If you're an achievement hunter, there's plenty of achievements to go for in this game. And plus, there are also trophies. Because it's on PS4, there are also trophies and stuff to grind for there as well. And I do see a lot of potential when Ranked comes out, if they do pull it off correctly, to make it so that people want to grind that Ranked mode, so that people get some special skins or something just for playing Ranked, or some special emblems or whatever. I could totally see that happening as well. Now, there are quite a couple more cons, though, and these are just this is just my personal opinion, and from what I've been hearing from the community as I've been streaming this game for 12 hours for 3 days straight. So I played a lot of this game, and I've heard a lot of your guys' gripes with this game, and so I kind of put them all together and kind of talked about the most important ones. I'm not going to talk about the bugs or the server issues, because those things are going to fix themselves on their own. I'm talking more about the mechanics and just the game themselves, okay? So let's first start off with the fact that we need more settings, which I'm sure will come with time. I really want to turn off these voice lines. Like, they're really annoying. I don't want to hear how Apollo can light the way with his flame every freaking 10 seconds. I don't want to hear how Celinda needs to get to the gym every 15 seconds. I don't care. Okay, let me have an option to turn off these voice lines. Second, restructure aspects of the UI so that you can move things around, right? Customizing the UI, making the minimap bigger, smaller, moving it around if people want. That would be very useful as well. Also, the health bars that are above the head of your characters, they need numbers, okay? I don't know what these health bars are. I don't know what this energy bar is. It's not called mana. It's called energy in this game, so I'm just going to use the proper terminology, okay? Just put, like, little numbers next to, like, to the right of the health bar. You know, like, X amount of health out of X amount of health, right? And then same thing with the mana right below it. Like, Y amount of mana out of Y amount of mana. Whatever. Just, it doesn't have to be big, it could still be sleek. Just add those numbers so I know, like, how much damage I'm doing, how much damage I'm taking, how much energy I'm using on my abilities right on the fly, because as it stands right now, you need to open up a completely different screen that blocks your entire field of view just to read that little stat. You're not going to do that in the middle of a fight, so it's very, very inconvenient. Okay, so that was more about settings. Let's talk about con number 2. Where we want to talk about the comms wheel. I think the comms wheel can be improved. Right now, as it stands, the button mapping for it is very, very awkward, because you have to press the D-pad, and you also have to move around with your right stick while you're walking around with your left stick. And if you want to do all of that at once, you need to play with the claw position, which means you need to put your index finger on the D-pad, which is kind of uncomfortable. I know some people play like that. I used to play like that for competitive Call of Duty, but it really, really cramps up your hand and messes it up big time. So you don't want to do that. It's very uncomfortable. And you want to just have, you know, your left thumb on your left stick, right thumb on your right stick, and you want to have your index fingers on the triggers. You don't want to have your left index finger just hovering on the D-pad if you want to use comms, and it's pretty annoying. You can get used to it, but honestly, I think that it would be better if they could remap that some way, and also adding some more comms such as enemies missing. I couldn't find an enemies missing comm, and I feel like that's really important as well. I also couldn't find any defense comms, like defend mid lane, defend left lane, stuff like that. So I think adding stuff like that is also important. Now let's go over some more important cons, some bigger cons in my opinion. First of all, the way the inhibitors work in this game, well, they're called barracks, and there's 2 of them, and they don't shoot you or anything, but they're behind the last turret, the tier 3 turret in the lane, and you have to destroy those barracks, and you would think that super minions would spawn in that lane, right? Well, that's what I thought at first, but in reality, you have to destroy all 3 of these sets of barracks in all 3 lanes before super minions start spawning on your team, which in my opinion is absolutely stupid. Okay, you need to just bring that back. You know what I said when this game is like, oh yeah, let's make it unique, and it's good that it's unique, but also too much unique can be bad. Well, this is that bad, because we need the regular inhibitor mechanics. You destroy the barracks in one lane, you get super minions in that one lane. I don't care if barracks respawn or not, but that just has to be a thing, because otherwise nobody is playing this game like a MOBA when you have to destroy all 3 turrets in all 3 lanes and then all 3 sets of barracks. It just takes way too long, and people would rather just go for that 60 kill threshold instead. It promotes the team deathmatch meta, essentially the death ball meta, the team deathmatch gameplay instead of the MOBA gameplay, and that's unfortunate because this is a MOBA first and foremost, and that's how people should play it. Now, the 60 kill mechanic is very interesting, and it helps from games from going out too long, from dragging out. Honestly, the average game time is anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes, and that's perfect. That's fantastic. This goes from, you know, this stops the games from dragging on to hour-long games. But I feel like if you change that inhibitor mechanic, like I just mentioned, then that would help a lot, because then people would prefer to go for the win by destroying the core instead of getting the 60 kills. The 60 kill, like I said, mechanic is fine for pubs because it keeps games from dragging out, but the same can be accomplished if the respawn timers are longer, mixed with the inhibitors functioning like normal MOBAs, regular traditional MOBAs. The respawn timers are incredibly short, and they also depend on what level you are, not how far the game timer is in the game. So if you're only level 9, even at 30 minutes into the game, your respawn timer is going to be like 5 seconds. It's going to be something ridiculously small. First of all, if you're level 9, 30 minutes in the game, what are you doing? But second of all, 5-second respawn timers is also a no-go. It should honestly be with the game length, because if you're level 25 and you die, the longest respawn timer is 40 seconds. 40 seconds. It's not 60. It's not 70, it's 40 seconds, and that is not enough time to promote a MOBA style gameplay. And honestly, what I've seen is just people deathballing and running down mid and being very haphazard about their deaths because they respawn in 10 seconds. Who cares, right? There's not too much impact. You don't have enough time to rotate to do a boss. You don't have enough time to do an objective because the respawn timers are so short. So you have to increase the respawn timers, maybe even double them in my opinion, and have them scale as the game progresses. And if you mix the respawn timers doubling in death timer, and you change the inhibitors so that they function like traditional MOBAs, this is going to promote the MOBA style gameplay and reduce the team deathmatch style of gameplay. And it's going to keep the game short nonetheless. Okay, it's going to keep the game short at those 30-minute thresholds on average. I guarantee you, they're still going to be short because this game's very fast-paced. It's very action-packed. The kills are still, like, the best way to get gold is to get kills. Okay, you get more gold for getting kills than you do for farming, especially if you're a jungler. You just want to be ganking as much as you can and mixing it with the farm in the jungle by stacking the camps. I'll be coming out with guides and all that stuff later, don't worry guys. But yeah, honestly, like, I think this is the way to go. This is how you should do it, and I hope Rampage Games listens to me and the rest of the community, because when I heard that you have to destroy all 3 sets of barracks before you get super minions on your team to spawn, then I was like, yeah, that is really yikes. That is a big yikes. So definitely. Another thing that's kind of yikes is the targeting system, and this is the thing that has the community most up in arms about, is the targeting system. First of all, you have this priority mechanic where you could switch between heroes, minions, or structures. You can see it in the top left. If you press down on your left stick, you switch your priority. So if you want to farm minions, you switch it to minions. And even if there's an enemy hero around, you're still going to try, your auto attacks are going to connect on the minions, but it's not flawless and it doesn't work perfectly, and most of the time it just switches back to the heroes, even if your priority is set to minions or structures, which I don't like that. If you're gonna have that, then let it be all or nothing. Okay, if I want priorities on minions, I want to be only targeting minions. I don't want to be getting heroes, because sometimes if I'm a carry and I'm trying to get the last hit and the enemy hero steps up and kind of basically body blocks the minion, then I don't get the last hit because my targeting just auto targets onto the hero instead, and it's incredibly annoying. Same thing when it comes to sieging. I'm trying to destroy towers, I'm trying to destroy structures, and I don't care if the enemy hero's underneath it. If I'm a carry, I could just poke that tower, but if it auto targets the hero, then the tower gets aggro onto me, and now I can't siege that tower at all. So if you're gonna have that priority system, fix it. And if not, polish up the targeting system. Make it so that I can at least manually switch between my targets. I don't know how this is possible. I don't know if you have to completely remap the controller layout, because controller is limited, but this has to be a thing, because the targeting system just takes away from the competitive aspect, and mostly it's just a spam sesh. Just how quick can you kill the person with the lowest health, or how quick can you kill the person who is closest to you. Those are the only 2 targeting options that they give you in the settings. They don't allow you to switch between your targets freely like you could in any other MOBA, and that is a very big problem. Now, having said all that, the game is still fun and I still see tons of potential, so I hope you guys found this pros and cons review useful. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and as always, make sure you have a wonderful day. Peace. Diabolical. Damn, I was diabolical, huh?
Alright, so what team is signing us? Where do I sign?
What line? Where's the dotted line?
Honestly, Hero should go pro with me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna be on the same team with Hero. So yeah, we're gonna.
Whoa! I think I did okay as mid.
No, you did great, dude. I mean, I did gank a lot, but you also, you did great. Except for like the first 10 minutes, but you picked it up. Except, you only confirmed the kills that I was about to get, but I mean, you picked it up. You did a great job.
Hey,